I'm recording. Yep. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're just left the hotel. Hotel's just over there. Place called Katrina Lodge in a place called Disentis in Switzerland. So this morning's plan is we're going to track back a little bit from where direction I come in last night, and then we're going to head south and down to the San Bernadino Pass. And then once we've done that, we're going to sort of head northeastwards, go up towards Italy, and we're going to do the Stelvio today. Now the weather, as you can see, doesn't look the best, but hey ho. So we've got 305 kilometres to do today, so not quite as many as I've been doing over the last few days, so we shouldn't be too crazy today. So this is a Lucomagno Pass, that's how you pronounce it. Lucomagno. So again, it's another route I've never done before. So I tried to pick routes this time, but previously I've not done, so something a bit different. I will take it easy. We had a lot of rain overnight, I think, and it's this morning when I was sitting eating breakfast, it absolutely hammered it down. So it's quite cool this morning, 12 degrees. Considering we're sort of beginning of July, I think by the end of the day it's supposed to get a little bit warmer, but not a lot warmer. Open up eyes a little bit. Yeah, not a lot warmer today, and then obviously at the top of the Stelvio it's going to be well cool up there, so yeah, I might have to stick another fleece on. It's a shame about the weather and the views not being great, but the roads are still good. I'm sure we're probably going to ride into some clouds at some point today. Like when I was driving here last night, there was some quite low clouds up on the Oberalp Pass. I think this must be the pass proper. We're at 1,353 metres at the moment, still climbing a little bit as well. We're quite a way up here, 4,000 feet. Incredible views. So that Katrina Lodge, I think it was 70 Swiss francs to stay there last night. It's not expensive. And had a bit of food in the hotel last night and a couple of beers that come to 42 Swiss francs. So yeah, it's not the cheapest place to eat for food over here, that's for sure. But hey, I didn't have a lot of choice, and it was just easy to eat there, to be honest with you. Lovely road. Look at that down there. Absolutely stunning, these places. One of these are all holiday homes. People come here, they live in the cities and just come here for the weekend or come here skiing. Just stay in one of them. It looks like we're coming up to a bit of cloud now, but I get climbed even higher now. We're up at 1,575 metres. The cows walking along with their bells around their neck. Oh, the glimmer of blue sky up there. I did muse over the idea of actually bringing my rucker gear with me on this trip rather than the BMW jacket I've got on now and rucker trousers, and not bother with any waterproofs whatsoever, and then put some base layers in. But I thought to myself, well, it's going to be, some days are going to be pretty close to 30 degrees towards the end of the week, so let's pick something a bit more seasonal rather than something I would potentially use in the winter. But 10 degrees right now, and I'm sure the top of the Stelvio is probably going to be about 6 degrees. So I might be putting putting a thicker fleece underneath this, more mid layer. Get up in the clouds now.
Oh, really?
So we nearly got up to 2,000 metres. Oh, the sun's out. Hey, amazing. The wind's got up as well. How can you go from one side of a mountain to another? Well, look at that up there, absolutely spectacular. You go through a tunnel and then come out on the other side and go from pouring rain on one side to bright sunshine on the other. Amazing. What a climate. So we're dropping down a little bit now. I suppose it's down a little bit. Yeah, we're dropping down a little bit now. Obviously we've been over the top. Wow, look at that. Well, there is still snow up the top. Here's a popping. Yeah, there's still snow at the top up there, so yeah, definitely over, I think there's probably 4,000 metres up there though. Temperature shooting up now as we're dropping down. 14 degrees, 4-degree increase. You can actually physically feel it as you come down as the temperature goes up. Oh my God, they said it was paid for by the lotto. Probably is actually. A bit of a mix up there, but we're back on the right route now. So I noticed one of them Grand Tour signs and just back there. Now I watched a video by a guy called Two Wheel Dreamer on YouTube a little while back, and he did the Grand Tour tour of Switzerland, or most of it. He missed some of it out, I think, because he just ran out of time. Staying in Airbnbs and bits and pieces. I think it might be tail end of last year. It definitely wasn't probably the early part of this year. I can't remember now, but yeah, maybe it was the early part of this year. Maybe it was late in the year. I can't remember. It doesn't matter anyway. But yeah, and he said that whilst the Grand Tour is a really good route, he said it's very vague on where it tells you where to go. So if you are going to do that route, could I suggest that you plan it before you go? So this is the San Bernadino Pass we're going up now. Okay, so San Bernadino, here we come. The bike is coming the other way, so it must be open. What a fantastic road. Bend after bend after bend. Definitely going to be scrubbing the edges off the chicken strips. There's still more to come. It's a very incredible road. The tight one. They're all like this. They make me think I'm fast. We're climbing quite drastically now, 1400 metres. I think that's probably the best tactics. These hairpins on my right side, but the tighter ones are the two, taking first gear, and the ones that go to my left, turn around to the left hand side, we're taking second gear. If you like here, down a second, just roll it in, get it halfway round, make sure you got the line right, and wind on a bit of power. Now this one, that was not so tight as the real tight hairpins. You can get away with just rolling around them on second gear. Right, these ones are really tight. Down at first, bit of a good brake, rear brake, turn it in. Use all the road if you can. Okay, there's no cars around, so very technical road. Be worth it when we get to the top. Look at that, absolutely spectacular. Now that thing is absolutely no cars on the road. Oh, tell a light, go on there. A few 107 kilometres of fuel left. I've just dropped my summer gloves on as well, to be honest with you, so just to it was going to be all the warm side. Tight one. Nice bridge. It's very authentic. Some of these vistas, honestly, are absolutely incredible. If you look behind me, not that you can, but you have a look over there. Look at that down that valley. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Keep an eye on the road, Paul. Yeah, definitely getting some high up here now, 1800 metres. I think it's as high as we've been today. I don't know quite where this finishes actually. We're going up over the top of there, we've got a long way to go yet. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Incredible. There's got the streams running down here as well. That's the observation towers, wherever they are up here. Incredible. And we're still climbing over 2,000 metres now. This must be the summit. And supercars. So that must be the summit then, 2,069 metres above sea level. And we're probably on the way down now. Spectacular valley. Again, temperatures drop right down. It's 20 were down the bottom. It's now 12 degrees up here. I wonder what these are. There's a couple of them up here, so obviously they serve some purpose. You won't build them structures up here for nothing. I thought there'd be more camper vans up here than what there is actually. When you go to Scotland, there's so many of them everywhere. It clearly there's hardly any. Maybe I'm too early in the season or too late in the season, I don't know. Who knows? All I can say is I'm happy the roads are quiet. I've got them pretty much all to myself. Look at that down there. Incredible. What a vista. It's probably one of the nicest passes I think I've ever done. It's incredible. I'll do this again. Won't get so famous. These are tight ones as well. Plenty of room. Lucky with the weather again today. I think just a little bit of rain first thing this morning. See, I thought the worst when I just looked out the window and see how damp and horrible it was. Yeah, I thought to myself, I'm in for a wet all day. But yeah, it's come out quite nice. As soon as I come over the top of that Lucomagno Pass, the weather since then has been absolutely great. Warmish, too hot, not too cold. Coming up with a little scooter. So that's that navigated San Bernadino Pass.